My name is Patrick Sanford, Sanford. I'm a special agent with the Federal Bureau of Investigation.
How long have you been employed with the FBI?
Approximately 26 years.
Were you asked to assist in the investigation of the murder of Dan Markel?
Yes, I was.
How did you get involved in that investigation?
I was called originally to assist with outside leads on the case. There were some interviews and some other follow-up things that happened outside the state of Florida that they asked me to assist with. And as the investigation continued, I became more and more involved.
The other guy retired and kind of left you holding the bag, right?
He did.
Are you familiar with Luis Rivera and his role in this case?
I am.
Were you a part of the initial interview of Luis Rivera when he was attempting to become a witness in the case?
Yes, I was.
And do you know the date on which his proffer was given?
I could refer to some notes.
Okay. If I said the date, would you be able to tell me if it sounds right or not? September 30th of 2016?
Yes.
All right. And the investigation had been ongoing for some time at that point, right? I mean, the murder occurred in 2014.
That's correct.
In the proffer that was given by Luis Rivera, was there anything new, particularly interested in anything new that you were able to corroborate that law enforcement didn't already know before that interview?
Yes, there was.
What was that?
One thing was he told us the day before the homicide occurred that him and Sigfredo Garcia were riding around in the green Prius in Tallahassee when Mr. Garcia accidentally shot a hole in the floorboard of the Prius, and it actually disabled the vehicle, and Mr. Garcia had to actually fix the vehicle to get it running again.
At the time that you conducted the interview of Rivera, you knew that they had rented the Prius, right?
That's correct.
Law enforcement had already traveled to the location in Miami where the Prius was rented and identified the car and the VIN number and all those things, right?
That's correct. I'd been down there and done all that.
Okay, but we didn't know to look for this hole in the floorboard.
No, there was carpet in the floorboard and you couldn't see it.
Law enforcement, in an attempt to corroborate this new fact, go back to locate the vehicle again and see if there was in fact any evidence of what Rivera was describing.
We did.
Publishing states 48. Had the vehicle changed hands by this time?
Yes, it had been sold by the rental company.
And had it been repainted?
It had.
Were you still able to see at some of the seams of the vehicle where that silver pine mica color, you could still kind of see the previous color?
That's correct. Like in the door jambs and under the hood, there was some clues of that.
All right. States Exhibit 49, were you able to confirm this was in fact the correct vehicle by the VIN number?
That's correct.
States Exhibit 50, what does this image show?
It shows the passenger side of the vehicle. It has a directional rod put through where the bullet hole traveled. It shows the direction of travel.
So the hole was still there under the carpeting?
The hole was still there in the carpet, correct.
Publishing States 51. Did the hole actually puncture the gas line as Rivera described?
That's correct. That is the fuel line that you see there with some kind of mechanical piece attached to it to put it back together, to make it run again.
States Exhibit 52.
And there it is again, just a close-up.
Stinks. So this little piece that's attached to the gas line is the repair that was done on it?
That's correct. You can see where the bullet would have severed the line, and it took that piece to connect it back together.
Anything else that Rivera told you that you didn't already know?
Yes, he told us about the homicide that had to take place on the day that it occurred because he was traveling Mr. Markel was going to be traveling out of town the following day. And
were you able to confirm that Mr. Markel did, in fact, have plans to travel out of town the day after he was killed?
He did. He was planning to go to a conference up in, I believe it was New Jersey. And
Mr. Rivera's proffer also enlightened us to the June trip, right? But there was a second trip that preceded the July trip in which Mr. Markel was killed. That's correct. He talked about the June trips also. And were we able to corroborate that through the testimony of Sergeant Corbett that we just heard from? That's correct. We had several instances that were able to corroborate that. Are you familiar with the wiretap that was conducted back in 2016 in reference to this case? I am. Whose phones were tapped? It was Charlie Adelson and Kathryn McBanwell. How many cell phone calls were intercepted total as a part of that wiretap? Well over 10,000 calls and text messages. Did you review a disc of the calls that have been deemed relevant for this jury's consideration?
I did.
Okay, and are all of those calls contained on that I guess this thumb drive actually, states Exhibit 99. Are those fair and accurate recordings of the calls that we intercepted in this case?
They are.
Did you find any evidence in the calls relating to Donna Adelson meddling in her children's lives?
We did.
And I want to ask you about specifically Wendy's life and her purchase of a house. Are you familiar with the fact that Wendi Adelson had a contract to purchase a house in 2013 here in Tallahassee?
Yes, I am.
All right. And that she pulled the plug on that house on Halloween of 2013. You familiar with that?
Yes, I am.
Are you familiar with the evidence that Kathryn Magbanua gave regarding being approached on that same day by Charlie Adelson about what ultimately became this murder for hire?
Yes, I am.
I also wanted to ask you about meddling in reference to Wendy's dating life. Did you hear anything about that on the calls?
I did.
I think this one's call 989. What's the gist of what is on that call?
Mrs. Adelson's talking to Charlie Adelson, and they're discussing Wendy's current boyfriend, which is his name is Dave, and talking about different ways to keep her dating Dave and keeping her from breaking up with him.
Is Donna Adelson enlisting Charlie's help in dealing with Wendi?
That's correct.
All right. Managing Wendi?
Correct.
All right. Permission to publish at this time, call 989, Your Honor.
Yeah, sure.
Because I'm in that demographic of guy who wants to date. And I don't have a problem telling her, Wendy, you put the Victoria's Secret model in budget at 37. I'm not asking for her to leave. I have done what to be done, and I will continue to talk to her. But there's a limit, because there's a point at which someone purposely will do what you're asking them, purposely do the opposite. What's that?
There's not going to be enough.
No. The reason why is I'll never tell someone you can't win the lottery twice. But I can tell you this, the probability is not in your favor. Probability is not in your favor of winning the lottery once. Winning it twice, even more. And that's how I talk to her. Because what happens is
That's what she needs to do.
you understand when I don't ever offend her. Because I don't talk about her. I just say, Wendy, listen, if you put a 37-year-old Victoria's Secret model in front of me, I wouldn't want to get serious with her. Why? When I could do with a 25-year-old. I said, a 25-year-old is going to be 18 in 15 years. I go, you want to buy a car with high mileage or low mileage? I go, listen, Wendy, you don't want to date a guy that's 50. You know why? Because he's too old for you. And he's going to be 60 in 10 years. And 10 years from now, you don't want to see yourself as a 60-year-old. I get it. So it is what it is.
But you can also ask her why she's not going out with David, because she was there with her to experience it.
I'm going to talk
But it opens it for
of course. But just hear me out. I can talk to Wendy differently than anyone can. But even when I do, I don't reference it as saying, Wendy, in a million years I wouldn't date a girl like you with 2 kids. Because it's true, in a million years I would. What I would say is, Wendy, the Victoria's Secret model, I wouldn't have you set me up with if she was 37. And that's just, it's a double standard, but that's life. And she knows about double standards in life. It is what it is. So, all I can say is, like, when I talk to her and I put it in those terms, she gets it. She gets it. But, obviously it doesn't help that she's got these fucking friends. Don't tell her that you deserve the Superman with some guy who's a doctor who's single, who's just dying to take over the responsibility of 2 kids who aren't his. There's tons of very wealthy, successful, young, good-looking guys wanting to date her because nothing's more fun than having a 6-year-old fart in your face while you're trying to talk to your girlfriend when you get home from work. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's yeah, and it's not only that. Let me give you an example. Ted Berman. You really got the odds had that crazy mom lived on the other street. The lawyer.
No, of course.
Okay. Ted Berman got divorced from his wife. He's engaged now. I told you about that, right?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So yeah, he took a whole bunch of people. He took Warren Sapp, the football player. Yeah. He took Warren Sapp, Javon First, a whole bunch of his friends, like paid for everybody for like 20 people to go for the weekend to Atlanta. So we'll go there and spend like $50,000. So his wife ended up sleeping with Javon First.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so he's engaged now to a girl that he's known forever. Okay. He has 3. I'm in that age group. I don't know.
I had her pause it for a moment to explain that beeping noise that we just heard. What is that noise?
That's the sound that it makes when the officer who's monitoring the call, he minimizes it. So
Okay,
he'll
so
hit a
we're
button, it stops it, it makes that noise, and then when he presses it again to monitor again, it picks right back up on that same spot, basically.
All right, but we're going to sort of
But it
pop
jump-
in and out of the conversation when we hear that noise.
Exactly. There's not a big pause in between. You'll hear the noise, and then the conversation will pick back up.
All right, and am I correct that the people that are being intercepted do not hear the noise, the beeping?
That's correct.
That's
They
the
do not.
idea. Okay. All right, let's play a little more.
1. And I'm wondering if 2 that 1. I mean, yes, your kids are a blessing to you, or they're somebody else.
Yeah, that's right.
But, I mean, listen, do I look like the kind of guy that wants to come home from work and talk to my 37-year-old girlfriend while her kid farts in my face? No, with my nephews, I love them. But as far as dating someone, hell no. I want to go ahead and tell my girlfriend, listen, let's go away for the weekend. What time can you get off next Friday? Okay, I don't want to go like, oh, we got to deal with, can we get the in-laws to watch them, what their schedule will look like? It's not just Wendi, it's Wendi and the 3 boys. It's 3 people you're dealing with.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't, and you can, trust me, I know what to say.
I know you do.
I mean, and I listen, and a part of me is because, you know what, someone gets handed a golden opportunity.
But you know what? That's what she has to hear. There's nothing wrong with it.
Because she has everyone telling her that she's such a great catch. She is. But they're not. But guess what?
They're not living her life.
They're not living her life, and they're not breaking it down and saying who's, and listen, the guy who may treat her really well just may never really bond with the kid. Like, there's so many aspects to it. So, you can be a great guy, just doesn't want to do anything with your kids. What are you going to do? Kick him out too?
This guy not only is crazy about her, but
Yeah.
crazy about his boys. And he's actually treats them. That's what.
That's why. Not because the truth is, she can be a great guy. Those aren't his boys. And she just doesn't like them. What is she going to do? Get rid of them? He may treat her well, but he's like okay with the kids.
Tolerate the kids. He'll put up with them.
I put up with them, whatever. And then what if they're real nice to the boys on day 1, but 3 years down the road, it's pretty much had enough of them. But right now, they're going through a tough time. I mean, I'm just saying.
I don't know that she's been given an opportunity that she knows. And the way for the kids that deserve the dad.
But you don't understand, you could never say that to her. Well, you can, it was that cool.
Yeah, I know.
You can say anything you want, it's America. I can tell you the end of the company. You can tell me the beginning.
If I if you weren't here, that's what I would do. I would try.
You fuck it up good. You fuck it up good. No, I tried. You would get 30 seconds into your planned speech before she told you to butt out of her life. And rightfully so, it's her life. She can tell you whatever she wants. But the difference, The difference is that I can talk to her differently than you
I
can.
know, Charlie,
So-
believe me, and I'm grateful that you do, I really, you know that. You know that.
Trust me, I know. I mean, listen, she's doing great with that, considering everything she's been through. I would just like
You know what?
her.
She's your sister. She loves you. She's a good sister, and you're an amazing brother. And I'm just grateful that the two of you have each other. I really am.
Well, I am too, but I can
I
tell you
really am. And I appreciate what you do, because
I go.
who else is going to do it? Who else is going to do it?
Listen, most people don't ever get an opportunity like this to begin with. Like
I know.
To begin with.
I'm shocked that you don't.
And that's what I did. Trust me, I'm fucked. Believe, let me say this much to you. As much as you feel like knocking her over the head, I feel like punching her and then knocking her over the head.
Sure.
So trust me on this. So what I'm telling you is that I'll talk to her and I will do my best, my best is very good.
I know.
And you gotta understand, the way I'll tell her too is like, Wendi, she loves Jess. I think Jess is awesome. Jess will be a great friend to me. And I talk to Jess all the time. Wendi, I wouldn't leave Jess in a million years because she's 37 and she has no kids.
She's no kid, and Jess totally wants children.
Absolutely. I said, but she has to, I go, but what's it about? So it's like you winning the lotto and saying, I'll never win the lotto again. That's not true. You still have a 1 in 14 million chance. That's like, I'm not going to take that from you. You can get out there and buy another ticket and win the lotto again. It's highly unlikely.
Okay, I think we get the idea. We're 2 years out, right, from Dan Markel's murder.
That's correct.
Who is Dave? Did you identify Dave through the course of the investigation?
We did. He's Dave Atel. He was a successful businessman and lived in South Florida.
And is this the only call that happened to be captured on the wire in which these two are discussing Wendy's love life?
No, it wasn't.
They talk about Dave quite a bit.
They did several times.
And they talk about Wendy's career options too, don't they?
They do.
And does the defendant, Donna Adelson, enlist Charlie to convince Wendi to do her bidding in reference to Wendy's career as well?
Correct. She does.
I'm going to publish call number 2873 at this time, Judge. Yeah, do. All right, we'll come back to that one. Sorry, folks, wrong call. All right, are you familiar with the bump in this case?
I am.
All right, what's the bump?
The bump is where we took an undercover agent and had him approach Mrs. Adelson with a plan. It was during the time of the investigation, we had evidence that linked Luis Rivera and Sigfredo Garcia to being the actual hitmen. So in 2016, we decided to created the bump to have an undercover approach her, pretending to be a former cellmate of Luis Rivera. Luis Rivera in 2016 was actually incarcerated in the Broward County detention facility and then went to another jail. So we wanted the undercover to pretend to be in a jail cell with Luis Rivera and pretend that Luis Rivera told him about the hit in Tallahassee with the Adelsons. Not with the Adelsons, but the hit that that was created, linking back because we had telephone calls going through, linking Luis Rivera to Sigfredo Garcia, then to Kathryn McBanwa, then to Charlie Adelson, then to Mrs. Adelson here.
So it was a ruse.
It was a ruse.
Designed to generate chatter on the wire.
It was. It was 2 years after the homicide, and we started a wire, and we knew that they were not talking about the homicide anymore. So we wanted we call it tickling the wire. And
was the goal to identify, if the pattern that we're seeing that we think is the members of the conspiracy, is that right? Who's a member of the conspiracy and what are their roles?
Yeah, we had Luis Rivera, Sigfredo Garcia would talk, and then Sigfredo Garcia talked to Kathryn McManus through the phones. Kathryn McManus would talk to Charlie Adelson through phones. Charlie Adelson would talk to Donna Adelson through the phones, and then it would go back, and it would always go back and forth in that order. It never skipped anyone. It never, no one ever jumped over to the other person. It always went back and forth. So we had that in the phone records leading up to the homicide, but what we didn't have was the conversations.
So was it of interest to find out, you know, if we approach Donna Adelson in this way, what's she going to do? Who's she going to go to?
Exactly.
See what her reaction was. Is she going to call Luis Rivera? What's she going to do?
Exactly.
All right. Okay. And did you have an opportunity to review State's Exhibit 113? Contains the combined videos from both the body-worn camera of the officer that approached the defendant and also the angle from across the street.
That's correct.
The officer that played the gang member, I guess, said that he was instructed not to be aggressive or not to scare the defendant. Was that you that instructed him on that?
It was. We had, we didn't want to cause concerns for the agent's safety. If he approached her being too aggressive and too scary, we didn't know how she would react, if she would possibly be armed at the time. We had no idea, so didn't want to create a hostile environment to make her become overly aggressive.
And is that a concern in every undercover operation, that you just kind of don't know what you're going to get? I mean, it's not specific to this defendant, right?
That's correct. That's in every case. We try to minimize the risk to the officer's safety and the people around.
What is it? Excuse me, Mrs. Adelson? How you doing? Just want to give you this. Listen. Ew. You're scared. No, don't be scared. Listen, I just want to let you know that we know that your family takes care of Katie and her friend Ruth for quite some time after your problem up north has resolved. And I want to let you know that my brother, he's incarcerated. He helped your family with this problem you guys had up north. And we want to make sure that he's going through some rough times, and we want to make sure that you take care of what he's going through the way you're taking care of Katie and Dugan.
Does the defendant remain under surveillance for some time after this?
She does.
Okay, we see her take the paper from the undercover and fold it and put it into her purse. Does she ever take it out and look at it before she gets back into her building?
Not that we ever saw, no.
Okay. And does she make any phone calls once she goes back into her building?
When she goes back into her building, she does.
And who is the first person that the defendant calls after the bump?
Charlie Adelson.
All right, is that call A?
It is.
Okay, publish call A, please.
Delivered to me?
You're being sued?
No, that's what I thought it was. Wherever you are.
Well, I'm in Mitch Klein's office on Oakland Park Boulevard.
Okay.
So I'm right now in Skyline Chili, and I'll be at his office in the afternoon. IRS.
You know, there's IRS people that kind of. I'll give you a heads up if I'm going to drive off that way. Okay? And,
Is Wendi down there? Is it involved Wendi?
No. So let me just talk to you later, and,
What is it? Is there a health okay?
Yeah.
Does it involve me or other people?
Well, it's important.
All right. Well, I'll be up at Mitch Klein's office. You want to come up? Oh yeah. Oh really?
I see that, that's great. I was, something that came.
Right, whatever it is. It's silly, but if you want,
I wouldn't bother you, trust me.
yeah. You want me to come down to see you tomorrow? I have to get the day off.
Yes, that would be wonderful, Dad.
I'll come down after that. I think I'll do it and see you soon.
That would be great.
Perfect. All right. I'll talk to you later.
Would you describe the defendant's demeanor on this call as really calm?
Yes,
She says Dad's at work, fortunately.
she does.
Does she indicate that she's in fear on the call?
No, she does not.
She was handed a piece of paper that had an article about the murder of Dan Markel, right?
Correct.
That's what the interaction was about.
That's correct. That's what he handed her and made reference to it.
And when Charlie asked the defendant what it's about, what does she say?
She says the both of us,
Probably both of us. Probably the two of us.
and then the two of us. Said it twice.
Does she say the name Dan Markel on this call?
No, she does not.
Does she say the name Dan Markel anywhere on this wire?
No, not that I recall.
Did she report this incident to the police?
No, she did not.
Is there another call shortly after this one?
There it is.
Okay, tell us about the next call, call B.
Call B is on the same day. It's from Mr. Charlie Adelson to Mrs. Donna Adelson, and it occurred about, I want to say about 20 minutes after the call we just listened to, at 2:35 p.m.
Let's publish call B, please.
Hey, how are you?
Okay.
Good. Is it me not paying the sun tax?
Um.
I'm kidding. No, listen, what was I gonna say? Do you mind paying my Brown and Brown insurance?
No. It's fine.
Okay, because I'm gonna just stick with the same company. Yeah, but the thing is this, if you stay with the same company for 3 years, they then try to bump you down to lower bracket.
Oh, okay. So it's a good idea that you went.
So I might as well stay with them and then hope that that's actually true, that they can do what they said about putting you in the lower bracket.
Okay. Do you want me to call Pam Hall?
Yeah, because I told her that my mom would call her because she's handles like that stuff at the office.
Okay.
And then just send them a check. If they have to have it before, I want to say the 29th or something.
Okay.
And do that. And listen, whatever it is, whatever someone says you, I wouldn't worry too much about anything.
Okay.
I mean, so if someone can write whatever they want to write, someone can say whatever they want to say, and I'm not worried.
Okay.
So, was it another bad review on Yelp?
Particularly that one.
So I'm not being sued.
No.
Okay. All right. Honestly, it's whatever it is, and I wouldn't just judging from what you're making it sound like. I wouldn't stress it out too much.
Okay. It's probably nothing.
Oh, yeah. Listen, people can always write. People can always say anything they want. It doesn't. Someone says you're a bad dentist, it doesn't mean you're a bad dentist. So, but anyway, I will. I'll definitely come down. It actually worked out perfectly to have the day off.
Okay. So I'll make you take me out to dinner, so make sure you bring cash with you.
All right.
Okay?
Do I need to bring cash?
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah. Was this? Look, I should bring cash. I don't have much cash to bring. Was it? Can I ask you, is someone blackmailing you?
Well, it's going to be a possibility.
Do you think someone's trying to blackmail you?
Maybe.
No. That's crazy. Is there, I don't know what blackmail is for, but is there any way I could see you? You can't come up here. Was this, can I just ask you this? Is this anything government related, or is this like whack job writing a letter to you?
Like who?
Is it like a whack job writing a letter to you, or is this government related?
No, I don't know if it's government related.
So it's not government or military or anything like that?
No.
Who was the letter addressed to? You. That's crazy. Did it have do you know who sent it to you?
That's a pretty good idea.
Is it so? Whoever sent you a letter sent you an anonymous letter? Did they sign it? So So someone showed up, was it like by a process server?
That's what I said it was. It wasn't.
It wasn't.
No.
Where did they come to you at?
When I walked out of the building.
And he came over and was it a young guy, an old guy?
So probably.
Well, I mean, you have to get into this stuff with insurance. I mean, it's crazy that someone handed you a letter like that. But I don't know.
Maybe we better just keep it up on. Tomorrow afternoon.
All right, let me ask you this. Do you want to take a picture of the letter and send me what someone sent you?
No, not really. I don't do that.
So it wasn't the government or the military or somebody, just some random person.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. How long was the letter?
I don't think we should.
Actually, I mean, it's kind of sensitive. I'm kind of thinking if there's a threat, you go to the police.
Yeah.
But anyway, let me.
That's a good idea.
Well, I don't mean it's people threaten you gotta go to the police, but let me talk. Let me see what it is. Let me see what nonsense it is first. Well, it won't be the first time I've been threatened.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I'd like to be just. Tomorrow, that would be ideal. Okay?
okay, you got it.
So I'm going to play with the ball here a little bit, okay?
All right, yeah, no, I'll come down. I'll see you at the police.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
all right, if it's something serious, I'm going to recommend going to the police. So.
Oh, no, I know. That's what I'm thinking to do.
So, all right, sounds good.
We'll talk tomorrow, okay?
All right.
On this call, we hear the defendant say that this is a particularly bad Yelp review. Is this an example of code talk?
Yes.
This doesn't have anything to do with the Yelp review, does it?
No, it doesn't.
Okay, so already in call 2, we've got code words being used.
That's correct.
And she indicates that Charlie should bring cash, and if he doesn't have it, she'll bring it, right?
She does.
Does she indicate she knows who sent her the letter?
She does in a way. She knows who the person was by seeing them.
She says, I have a pretty good idea who sent it.
Right.
He asks if she wants to send him a picture of what she received from the person. What's her answer?
And she didn't think that was a good idea.
He asks if there's a threat, we should go to the police. What does she say about that?
She says at the end, she finally says something like, we might do that, something around there.
Okay, but initially says not a good idea.
Correct.
And did anyone go to the police?
No.
Does she reiterate in this call no talking on the phone?
Did she indicate that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. And is there a third call in which Charlie calls back and presses for more information again?
Yes, there is.
How soon after call B do we get that next call?
The next call is at 3 o'clock, so about 15 minutes after that call ended.
All right. Publish call C, please.
Hey, sorry about that. Quick question for you. Well, one thing I was going to tell you is obviously don't talk about things in the apartment or any place.
Oh, obviously.
The other thing is, was the person black, white, Hispanic?
What?
And they just came up to you and they said your name and they handed you a piece of paper?
No, didn't hand it right away. First spoke to me for a while and then handed it to me.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And they wearing hats, sunglasses, or?
No, nothing. Nothing. You could describe them to a T.
What's that?
You could describe them to a T. No, nothing.
Was the person nervous or were they angry or?
No, calm as could be. Totally calm.
That's really crazy. Are they trying to ask for money or something?
Yeah.
But if someone trying to, I mean, listen, if it's something like that, I'll probably like you go to the police, but
I may have to, but I'd rather talk to you first and then.
yeah, I mean, I wouldn't, there's scumbags out there all the time that try to do stuff like that.
Oh, I know.
So
That's why I just want to get. See, because I don't want, not your father upset. So,
don't say anything to Dad until I take a look at it, because Dad flies off there.
absolutely.
Did the person give you any kind of like time frame or anything?
No.
Okay.
But it's
Yeah.
clear. It's clear what's wrong with it.
What did the county ask you? What did they ask for?
I don't know.
They asked you for $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hi, Sandra. Good morning. Good. How are you? Good. Okay.
That's crazy. Let me take a look at it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll go from there. Let me take a look, and then I'll go from there.
If you want to go to dinner, we'll see where we go.
Yeah, I'll go down in the afternoon, and I'll take a look at whatever
We'll
it's
go.
going to say.
Maybe we'll go for a walk on the beach or something. It's going to be nice tomorrow.
All right, sounds good.
Okay.
All right, sounds good.
Love you too, honey. Bye-bye. Yes.
All right. So this call, Charlie says, obviously don't talk about things in the apartment or any place.
One moment. What is the objection? Please approach. Objection is overruled. You may continue with your examination.
Obviously don't talk about things in the apartment or any place. And she says, obviously, right?
That's correct.
Why?
That's a good question.
Did you have the apartment bugged?
No, we did not.
Did the gang member have the apartment bugged?
No, we didn't.
Next, there's a statement, this TV is probably going to be about 5. Was there anything to do with the TV in this bump operation?
Yes.
Well, was the word TV mentioned to Donna Adelson when the undercover approached her?
No, not at all.
Did he say she was buying a TV for $5,000?
No.
Okay. So the TV, though, has significance in the greater context of your investigation?
That's correct.
How so?
Charlie Adelson had supposedly joked to several people about buying his sister a TV as a divorce present instead of hiring a hitman.
Right. And was that the same TV that also served as Wendi Adelson's alibi in the morning of the murder.
That's correct.
In this call that we just heard, Donna Adelson says that the person that approached her, quote, mentioned an ex-girlfriend. When Ms. Adelson is talking on this call that we just heard, she says that the undercover, quote, mentioned an ex-girlfriend. Does she say the name of the ex-girlfriend
No.
to Charlie Adelson?
No, she doesn't.
All right. Did the undercover say the name of an ex-girlfriend to Donna Adelson?
Yes, he did.
What did he say?
He said Katie and Tudo.
Okay. And does Charlie have more than one ex-girlfriend?
Yes, he does.
He has a litany of them, right?
He does.
Okay. So when Charlie hears ex-girlfriend, does he, in fact, on the next call one of his ex-girlfriends?
Yes, he does.
Okay. And he has not been told Katie yet?
That's correct.
Okay. Who does he call?
He calls Kathryn McManlin.
Is that our call D, the next call?
Yes, it is.
Publish call D, please.
Hey, what's going on? No, like, are you someplace you can talk to?
So what?
Are you any place that you can talk to?
You can talk right now.
What's that?
Just talk right now. Just talk.
Okay, you go somewhere that's not loud when I'm talking to you?
I can't. It's like loud, like I can't get out.
Okay, I'm trying to walk outside and talk to her now. I can't even fucking get outside. Alright, let me run it on. Alright, somebody, hang on, okay? Can you hear me okay?
I can hear.
Okay, I just want you to listen to me. I'll be able to talk to you in person when I see you tomorrow.
Okay.
Because I don't know what's going on, but my mom walked the kids. I only heard part of the story, and I'm going to go down there and talk to her tomorrow to find out what's going on.
Okay.
Because she didn't want to elaborate, but she said that someone approached her on the street, called her by name, handed her an envelope with something in it.
Yeah.
And somebody she really wouldn't go into detail. I have no idea what this is in reference to. But something regarding her son, something regarding his ex-girlfriend, and the person asking my mom for some money.
What?
Yeah. So I said, well, I'm like, first what you're saying, I thought it was like something involved in the IRS or a payment or something like that. So I don't even know what the fuck it's about at all.
So somebody like bumped into your mom like that?
Well, they came up to her on the street after she dropped the kids off at school. I guess she brought them to school. I don't even know. But they must know her routine. They must know who she is.
Yeah.
They walked up to her. They called her by name. They handed her an envelope. And she said they spoke to her for a few minutes. And then she said they're making reference to my ex-girlfriend. I have no fucking clue what that's about.
Yeah.
And then they explained that they needed to be paid some money.
For what?
I don't guess mom didn't want to talk to me on the phone. But
like, did she see the person? Was she like, she should have like,
oh yeah,
that's
what I said. I said, someone's going to try to blackmail you or something.
Exactly, right. Right. You're like that.
I said, yeah, you're fake. She's like, I don't even know what this is about. I don't want to talk about it. I will take a picture and send me what it is. She's like, I just want you to see the person. So I'm going to go there. I can't even fucking go there today because I won't get out of work until 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
So she's like, just.
Was Ruth stalking your mom?
I don't even fucking know. I don't know what's going on with my mom. You didn't do anything with my mom. I mean, yeah.
Look what I do with my mom.
Okay. Just checking. I don't know what
no, but I feel for your mom. Like, what the hell?
Yeah, well, I don't know.
A person, like, just going up to your mom, like, hello.
Yeah, and my mom said it involved your ex-girlfriend, so I don't even think she said who. I'm just like, you're my last girlfriend, so that's why I called me.
What do they want from her?
I have no idea. So anyway, I'm gonna find out. Well, they wanted money.
I know, exactly. Did she tell you? Like, what was
No, she was just kind of like a little bit rattled and with the kids and was like, listen, just as soon as I have the day off tomorrow, so she's like, come down and talk to me. So I'm going down tomorrow to talk to her, and then I don't remember if it had anything to do with you. If they're mentioning you or any reference to you, I'll keep you posted.
What does it mean? Yeah, like
I don't know.
girlfriend.
Well, we'll talk. It could be anything, so I just assumed that.
Exactly.
But anyway, it doesn't matter. So I may want to see you tomorrow if it does have anything to do with you. If it doesn't, then I feel like a fucking idiot for even wasting your time.
Yeah, I would feel bad for your mom. Like, who the hell did she? I thought that was me with the right comment right away. Like,
I know. I said, Mom, was the guy wearing hat and glasses? Mom was like, no, I could take the person out one after the second. They came over to me. They spoke to me very politely. There was a white male in the 30s. No hat, no glasses. Just a white male in the 30s. Came up there and who she was. Addressed her. So, but anyway, either here or there, I feel like an idiot if it was some other act. But anyway.
Yeah. Did you have any fight with him over there or something?
I don't know. I mean, maybe I should just be calling everybody today.
No, yeah, you should try to find out.
I thought when I spoke to my mom, she said they mentioned your name in it. That's why I was calling you, but I'm going to feel like an idiot if they didn't. So, but anyway, are you working tomorrow or what's the story?
Yeah, but you can always talk while you're there.
Alright, what time to finish work?
Thank you. Alright, let me know.
What time you finish work tomorrow?
Oh, it doesn't matter. Well, like I told them like I'm usually between like 9:30 to. You want me to get up? Okay.
What?
Anytime between 9:30 to like 3-ish, 4-ish. It depends.
Okay.
Like today I was like super like crazy.
Okay, I gotta get back in there. I'm gonna be in Miami, and when I'm done hanging out down there, I'm gonna come to you. Okay?
Yeah, I'm like right there, so.
So figure somewhere around 4-ish, I'll see you.
Okay.
Alright, no worries, kiddo.
Alright.
Alright, have a good day. I'll talk to you later.
Business.
In this call, Charlie Adelson tells Kathryn Magbanua that the man that approached his mother said, quote, something regarding her son and his ex-girlfriend. Did the undercover say anything about Charlie Adelson or Donna's son?
No.
Did the undercover reference Charlie Adelson at all?
No, he did not.
When Donna Adelson relayed to Charlie what the undercover did she say they mentioned you?
No.
But he deduces that he misremembers that it's about him.
That's what it appears, correct.
Did he proceed after this call to call any of his other ex-girlfriends?
No, he did not.
Did he speak to anyone else about this other than the family members that we're going to hear in Kathryn Magbanua?
No, he didn't.
There was discussion of an in-person meeting between the defendant and her son, Charlie Adelson. Did that take place?
It did.
When did that take place?
The following day at about, I think it was around 1 o'clock.
Is this April 20th, 2016?
That's correct.
Where did the meeting take place?
It took place behind Mrs. Adelson's building. They actually met in the building, we believe, and then came out the back of it and walked down. There's a sidewalk along the water behind their building. They walked along the sidewalk to a restaurant called Monty's, and there's a table out by the water, out by itself, just behind the restaurant, that they went and sat at and met there and talked.
So if you need your hearing assisting device, please wear it so you do not miss any of the evidence.
What, if any, efforts were made to surveil or record the meeting between Charlie Adelson and the defendant? Yes,
I had recording equipment brought in, and we tried to get as close as we could to them. They sat out away from anyone else across the sidewalk, right by the water on one side of them and the sidewalk on the other, and we couldn't get very close to them without alerting them that we were there.
Were you able to record the contents of their conversation at that in-person meeting?
No, we tried, but it was inaudible. There was no audio.
Were you able to get any photographs of this in-person meeting?
I was.
Can you describe for the jury their demeanor, the way in which they were speaking at this meeting?
Yes, they were talking in very low voices, and Mr. Adelson is usually very loud, but he was not talking in a loud voice in this particular meeting. Even when they walked down the sidewalk, they were talking very low, leaning into each other, almost a whisper.
How long did the meeting last?
I believe around 30 minutes at the table.
Judge, I think this might be a good time to recess for the day.